And hello there, my sweet Netherlings. How are you all? It's lovely to be back. It's the start of a fresh week, and welcome to what I am going to describe as your Monday morning warm-up, the time where I get to see you, get you ready for the week ahead, and we can turn around and get cozy. So, of course, get comfy, get cozy, get wrapped up somewhere warm, or perhaps somewhere cool if you're in a warm climate. Either way, just get comfortable, because I'm here, never fear, Zander is here, and get ready for your weekly dose of vitamin Z with all of this. I'm doing really good, thank you. I'm doing really, really good. This morning has been a sleepy morning. I've been sort of just gently rolling out of bed. I'm guilty of snooze maxing, which is kind of just me laying there and just going, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, five more minutes, 5 more minutes. I know, it's been EP Zanny. I've been kind of like that. It's been a vibe. It's been a vibe. How many 5 more minutes was that? Like five more minutes, or 6, maybe 7. Not quite sure. You overslept for 3 hours today? Oh, you're putting in the real hours with that one. Oh, and before we get started, a huge thank you to 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 for the 3 gifted subs. Yeah, that's 3. We hit 3 ones. Very nice, very nice. I see someone was going out of their way to snipe this morning. And thank you for the gifted member, and that's gone to Myru. Ooh, look at that. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you both. Thank you. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? It feels really weird streaming on a Monday. It feels like I'm out of my usual routine. Normally, I take Mondays to be my sleepy day, but you know, I'm trying something a little different this week. So I've been working my Monday's job, so I'm glad when I got home and found the stream waiting room. Hey, thank you for the Zupa. Thank you very, very, very much. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Also, I always feel so guilty because this isn't the first time that you've sent a super, and I'm not sure what to say your name as with the kanji. So if you have something you want me to call you, please let me know. Let me know. I'm so bad. My Japanese needs to actually get to not even a passable level, like an okay level. I need to get my Japanese to where my Polish is. It's the eternal struggle. I need to get my Polish to where my Spanish used to be, and then my Japanese to where my Polish is now. And 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽, thank you for another super. Someone's on a quest to just snipe people and turn people green. I can see it with you, 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽. You're looking for trouble. You're out there. Get in here. It's lovely to see you all. Oh, and Yumi, thank you for the super. Yippee for vitamin Z. Yippee. Oh, hello. Just came home from uni, so this is the perfect time. Oh, let's go. Very comfy. Oh, get in here. Get relaxed. All right. Let me give you a hug. You're all off of work. You're ready. Sarah Cooler, thank you for the super. Morning, Zander. Have a good day. I hope you have a good day too. Things are cozy today. Today should be a good day, or at least it's I've labeled today as what I have in my mind as a getting stuff done day, right? Where I don't necessarily have channel stuff to do, or this sort of stuff to do, but I have stuff that I need to class as getting it done, and it's not always an easy day when you turn around and have a getting stuff done day, but it is the kind of day where you can turn around afterwards and go, well, I needed to do that, and breathe a little sigh of relief. That's the way I see today anyway. That's the way I see it. Oh, and of course, Irina, doing music homework with Zanny in the background. Oh, let's go, music homework. Lovely. And hey, thank you for your 20th super on a live stream. Heck, look at you, you're a veteran of this. Now to the main question, Zanny. Why pigeons? Why pigeons? Okay, I might have told you this story a little while ago, right? But there's a family of pigeons on my windowsill. They made a little nest a while ago, right? And at first they were going like and keeping me up in the morning, but then they stopped and they started being really quiet. And they've started being really quiet whenever they're there now, right? And at first it was just one pigeon, right? It was just, I think it was a female pigeon from like the look of her, because they have like different plumage. And then I saw her get joined by a male pigeon. I want to say like a month and a half ago, maybe less. But anyway, she found herself a man, and the two of them have been shacked up on the little ledge outside my window for a while now. And I noticed that they'd laid eggs together, like an egg, a little while back, and I was like, oh, they're starting a family. And yes, there is now a baby pigeon outside my window. There is a baby pigeon on the ledge outside my window, and now we have a nuclear family. Well, they need to get a second for a nuclear family, but they're gunning for a nuclear family of pigeons outside my window. So, pigeon family, let's go. Love a pigeon family, and you know, they're cute. Don't adopt rats with wings, boss. No, they're not rats with wings. They're not rats with wings. They're little pigeons. And the little baby pigeon looks so disgusting, but it's so adorable. Did I name them? Important question. Did I name them? That's a good question. I haven't named them. Not yet. I've kind of left them to their own devices, you know? And I'm sort of just like, look at you all go. Look at you all go. Oh, it's delightful though. Strangely, I've become a little attached to the pigeons on my windowsill, and I hope they're okay. And I always want to make sure they're doing all right. And you know, I don't interfere. I just sort of watch and just sometimes see them when I look out my window in the morning. Because what is it? They've set their nest up, like not on the ledge outside my window, but there's like a little concrete ledge under the window that just runs for a little bit, probably like a few feet under the window, kind of where the floor should be. And it's not even like a foot wide, it's like a half a foot, quarter foot, but they've built a little nest there. And it's like adjacent, I can look down and diagonally and see them, and I'm like, there you are. Good evening, come on in. I hope they pay rent. Aw, no, I don't hope they pay rent. I don't want them paying rent. You know why? Because rent is absolute murder. I'm going to take it easy on those pigeons and hope they can save up enough branches and twigs for a mortgage one day. Get them on the housing ladder. Call me a pigeon financial consultant. If they save up a number of branches and twigs over the space of several years, they could afford their own nest. Real. Listen, the housing ladder's difficult enough for humans. Let's not get started on pigeons. Zanny the pigeon landlord now pays taxes in Club Netherbrand. Bring the fluffy cuteness on Get Out. Exactly. Now, oh, yes. Someone mentioned earlier, the Quarry. We played the Quarry last night. What did you all think? The Quarry was really fun. I haven't done a stream like that in ages. Have like a story-driven game Sunday. I know that it was something that I kind of got like nudged, and I've gone back and forth about doing like the story-driven Sundays where we can just kind of sit down and play like a huge chunk of a story game. And I really liked it. And, you know, the fact that, one, everyone had a great time, and two, like, I was surprised so many people turned up. I'm always surprised when people actually turn up for my streams. I keep thinking, like, oh yeah, you know, this is gonna have, like, you know, not many people. This will just be like below average, you know? Like, it's okay, you know? Hey, Adela, thank you for the super. Thank you. I've been napping before this stream, otherwise I would have hit 25 hours without sleep. About pigeons, they are healthier than most birds. There we go, there we go. All of a more reason to keep them around. All of more reason to keep them around. I'm slightly disappointed that a certain character is still there, but it was very fun. I can tell you're talking about Jacob or Emma, and honestly, both deserve it. They're terrible. How many little guys are in here with me? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5. At least 5. And again, I always say this, but shout out to Malu for the amazing blanket asset. I've made such good use of it. It's so good. I always enjoy the blanket asset. Actually, let me clear away the bottles on the table. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh, terrible but complex. Terrible but complex. The Netherling on the left, the upside down one. I can tell. I can tell. Oh, it's good though. I like I have to take the time to like compliment the assets here. They're so nice. Like the little wing popping out, the little horns, the fluff. It's so nice. The fact that we were able to get such a cute mascot is something that I really adore. Like it's so cool. It's so cool. I never was the type for mascots beforehand, and I'm like, oh, look at these. Look at these. Yeah. And I've been speaking to Frederick about his mascot, and it's so adorable because it's like rigged up so that whatever way he faces and turns, it like goes the opposite, but he's got it set up so he can like do this and nuzzle into it because he's got like a big one, so you can kind of like hug it with your face, which is so adorable. And I want to get something like that set up for me because I know that's something that's like still in the works, or like getting a higher quality like little rigged up version is still in the works, but I want to get it done. I want that done, you know. There's enough stuff right now where obviously, you know, I've got a few projects right now and some rather large changes on the horizon, you know, a few months down the line. So I'm hoping that with a little bit of time, you know, I can drop kind of big surprising things on everyone. And they're things I don't want to like leak, but I'm doing stuff behind the scenes to give things like maybe a cool little new spin or overhaul or change or something like that. So I like working that way. I like working that way. And of course, that's kind of my key goal right now. Because obviously I've said this before, but like everyone's been so supportive since I started out, and everyone has been so ready to go, and everyone's been like insanely supportive. Like I can't turn around and quantify to you just how like amazingly supportive everyone's been since I began. And I've always been, and I think I said it all the way back when I did that silly Fall Guys stream with everyone, where I'm a big fan of whatever people put in, I want to give more out. So that's the plan. Oh, who's Frederick? Oh, that's Frederick Newson. He's my buddy. He's my buddy. He's over at Astraline. He is T-Owl Frederick, the little T-Owl. He's adorable. We're good buds, and he's one of the. Okay, so like between you and me, right? Like that's one of the people that that for real. I was like, it's interesting making like good friends in this sphere. And the fact that I've actually got like a good friend that's not part of my gen was something that really surprised me. And I'm like, oh, I have a buddy now. We're cross-brand friends. We're friends across brands. And yeah, that's adorable. I'm such a sucker for that. And I've been I've been hanging on for to that, and it's adorable. Oh, hello Zander. Sorry if I'm late. I'm just done eating dinner. It's nighttime in my country. Hey, well, either way, morning coffee, evening coffee, a little midnight coffee date. It will be fun either way. Either way. But yeah, I'm really happy with all of that, and obviously it's really nice when you're able to make, like, you know, there's like business friends and there's like friends, and then when you're able to make like friends across a brand, it's super cool. Really cool to me. Hi Zanny, how are you? Today was very rainy and I'm completely soaked, but school ended 2 hours early, so that's good. Oh, okay, that's good. 2 hours early is good. I'll take 2 hours early. At least you can get dry, warm up, you know. Take 45 minutes to get dry, go slow, you know. Get somewhere warm, chill out with the space heater or something, maybe get cozy, put on some PJs. And, you know, that's an hour and a quarter gain. So, overall, great win. You look handsome today. I look handsome every day. What are you talking about? Oh, this is cute. That's cute. Yeah. I hope you're all excited for the coming week, though. I hope you are. You know, I'm doing things a little differently this week because I have, you know, family visiting from the underworld. I thought I'd try and still keep to my regular stream schedule, but I've moved some of my times about so that I'm able to have sort of a little more time to spend with my family, but still set aside a good amount of time to spend with my Netherlings, which is good. I'm excited for you and Kaio. Kaio's such a sweetie. He's such a sweetie. We've talked for like, okay. So like, I'm probably going to retell this story when he and I have our little coffee date. But we actually like met and kind of got in contact in one of the like strangest ways possible, because like I actually saw him like going off on Twitter, and like I saw him like I like literally doing some absolutely based takes and just sounding like the only voice of reason, and I was like, I've never met this person before. Like he was like popping off. He was like, yeah, this and this and this, and I was like, this guy's firing on all cylinders. He looks absolutely delectable. So I literally just dropped immediately in his DMs and was like, hey there. Hey, I've seen your streams before and you're kind of going crazy on like doing some cool stuff right now. I just wanted to say with you turning around and being like, ha, this is the thing, ha, based, ha, this is why you're a dumbass. And I'm like, I just wanted to say, it's a great look. Hi, Zander Netherbrand. And like, hi, you know, which is totally chill. And you know, obviously, it was kind of great. And from there, we've just sort of bounced back and forth. Ooh, Myru, sir, I wanted to share my happiness today, getting a Monday Zatsu and getting gifted these pretty horns and finishing my degree on the same day. Oh, congratulations on finishing your degree. That's so good. Congratulations, Maru. Like it's so good. The sense of enjoyment when you finish your degree is so good. Like I've still got mine around here somewhere. I think my degree is like in my sock drawer, I think. I got like the paper for it and I just put it in my sock drawer after I was done. I didn't get like the physical paper for my degree until about 6 months after I'd finished the degree, because because of the fact that I graduated during the old underworld lockdown, and there was a little bit of delay. But, getting to make theatre and getting to make cool stuff is really fun. And obviously, I still keep in touch with the other little demons that I was there with. Well, I don't actually. I keep in touch with like 2. Which, to be fair, right, I feel like when it comes to like classes and groups and schools and stuff, it's like maybe 2 people out of every class is like the base rate of people worth keeping in touch with. Maybe I'm being a little cynical. Maybe I'm being a cynical little incubus. But like, I feel like out of every class that I've been in, I've bothered to keep in contact with like 2 people. And everyone else is just like, okay, yeah, no, goodbye. Adios. Oh, is Caillou an indie? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a lover of indie VTubing. I find it very, very enjoyable. I'm very much a lover of indie work. To be fair though, I've always been a lover of like indie stuff. I only keep in touch with 4 people from college. See, you had a large class. But yeah, I'm a lover of indie VTubing, and really just a lot of indie work in general. I feel like there are less restrictions and also more stuff to play with when you don't have those like obligations to like the larger scheme of things, which is something that really appeals to me. Honestly, same. I cut contact with all my high school classmates after graduating. Same. Same. So I actually I have an interesting story here. I have a very interesting story. There was a gentleman I went to Demon High with, and he received an offer for a free audition for one of the best acting universities, colleges in the entirety of the underworld. One of the best, because they scouted him. He actually got scouted out of high school, which is kind of crazy. And because he got scouted out of there, it was one of the ones I wanted to go to. And I didn't get scouted for it, but he got scouted. And he got scouted, he got an offer. They were like, just skip the first round, go straight to the 3rd or the final round, and we'll see you there. And I was like, heck, that's kind of life-changing if you get this. That's like, because not only that, they had also put him in the same boat as full, like, if you get scouted, there's a good chance for a full scholarship as well. And he turned around and he went, nah. It's like, nah. It's just a lot of effort going all the way to that bit of the underworld and then trying out. And, I think I do want to, like, go to college. But, like, I think I'll just, like, do it at the hometown. And I'm like, ewa? And his poor girlfriend was there saying, just try out. What's the worst that could happen? If you do it, it's, like, life-changing, go for it. And he was like, nah. Anyway, she ended up trying out for one of these places. She ended up landing like a partial scholarship and did phenomenally. I don't keep in contact with her anymore, but I did for like a good couple of years afterwards. And he just, she got it. And he was like, oh, but you're not going to go to college, are you? And just leave me in the hometowndom alone, are you? You're not going to do that, are you? And she was like, yeah, I am, bye. Not even gonna lie, I'm like, based. That's your 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽 moment. That's your 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽 moment, girl. Enjoy it. Like, right, good end. Good for her. Exactly. I think she did a Gymshark commercial, like, a couple years back now, a year and a half back, I want to say, maybe 2. But no, she was doing Gymshark commercials now, and she's doing good. She's doing really good for herself. But yeah, no, absolute slay. What's the line from 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽? What was have I watched the 𝓂𝓸𝓼 movie? I fucking love it. One of my top 5. What was the line from 101 Dalmatians? What is it? more women have been lost to marriage, or no, more brilliant women have been lost to marriage and having children than any tragedy before it. And I was like, yeah, you go be successful. Because it's okay, so I really liked the Cruella movie, like the only good Disney live action. I really liked the Cruella movie, and it was something that I really liked because of the fact that they actually had the mother in that movie use lines that Cruella de Vil used in the Dalmatian animations, and I was like, that's kind of cool. The writers knew what they were doing. I'm throwing shade. I threw such shade. Totally unexpected. I know. I'm always like, so I did a little while back. My cousin, she got me on like a little bit of watching some of the Disney live action stuff, right? Because I told her that I'd never watched an actual like Disney film apart from like 2. I'd watched like 2 in my life. And she was like, you need to watch them. You need to watch them. And I'm like, do I have to? She's like, yes. And I'm like, okay. No. She's like, do it. And I'm like, I will if I'm allowed to play with my phone during it. And she's like, okay, deal. But no, I sat through all of the Descendant movies. All of the Descendant movies, which was interesting. Because I ended up finding that really cool, and I had an idea for like a D&D campaign inspired by that. And 2, yes, 2. Can you guess which 2? That's my question. Can you guess which 2? Think of it. Think of them. Think of them. Think of them. Okay. So one of them I sat through was obviously like 101 Dalmatians. I'd watched that before. That was cute. I'd liked 101 Dalmatians. And the other one was, what was it? Lion King. Lion King. That was it. I'd seen those 2. I'd seen the Lion King, the one that made people into lions, and the one about the cute dogs and about making them into coats. So I saw like the Lion King art of what's it called, that someone had done of Avalon, and I still love the color palette they did for me. I'm like, yes, I know, I'd make a great lion. Praying she showed you Maleficent. She didn't show me Maleficent. We got through Cruella and the Descendants movies, and what else was there? Cruella, the Descendants movies. There was another one. What am I thinking of? Not like it wasn't like a musical, but it was like that. Sorry. Side note. They replaced one of the actors between sequels, and I saw that, and I was so deeply hurt. Sorry. Never really got how Descendants work, since according to the Disney movies, their parents aren't alive. Right. Maleficent. I want to watch, like, we should have a watch along some night. I want to do like a watch along at some point. I'll need to clear it with management to see if it's on like Netflix or something, because we were allowed to choose like 2 sites we were allowed to do watch alongs on, and like I think the 2 we chose were like Crunchyroll and Netflix. And obviously I advocated hard for Netflix, because Netflix and chill. But at the same time as well, Crunchyroll is good, because I haven't watched anime in quite a while now. Quite a long while. But yeah, I keep threatening a watch along, but at some point, we're gonna do a watch along. I have this genius idea for a watch along, right? Genius idea. If you're gonna hear me out, hear me out, all right? So I had this genius idea for a watch along, where I could grab the little blanket that we've got here, and I could grab my... Where is it? Where'd I put it? Here we go. And I could also grab this, my ASMR mic, and we could like chill out and watch something on Netflix, and it could be like I'm actually there, and you know, like we're actually like cuddling up and watching a movie, because I could like be in your ear as we watch something and like do the ASMR watch along, which I think is such a cool idea, because I haven't seen anyone do that yet. I don't think I've seen anyone do that. I tried to like have a look around and I didn't see it, and I thought it could be a really cool concept, you know, because I could like get in your ear and I could whisper, you know, hey, what's happening? I wasn't paying attention. Hey, sorry, I was looking at my phone. What's this character doing? And just talk about what's going on, you know? It's cozy, right? It's cozy. Hey, Kamisha, thank you for the Zumba. Fun fact about Disney movies. The reason why most characters don't have a mother is because Walt Disney lost his mother to carbon monoxide poisoning accident. What? Oh no. Oh, that's so sad. Kamisha, thank you for sharing the knowledge. That makes sense. Wow. That's not a fun fact, but it's a fact, and I feel more educated because I know it, which is delightful. I like knowing things. No, it's kind of the thing where like all of the villains always fall off of things in those movies because you can't show the actual hero like smiting someone up close. It's always that they've got to fall off of a bridge or a tower, or you know, have something terrible happen of their own volition. You know, the heroes have to stay their blade, as it were. When the fun fact is in fact not fun. No, it's kind of a classic thing though, isn't it? Where someone says fun fact and then drops something really dark. I don't know why, but I find that humorous. I find that really, really humorous, where it's fun fact. Did you know that something something is something something? Berry, hello, thank you for the zuba. Oh, good morning, Zanny and the Netherlings. I would like one encouragement, please. Hold the pigeon. Of course. Anyone who needs encouragement, let me know now. We're just moving into the encouragement segment of the stream. I've spoken about the family of pigeons that have taken residence on my balcony, or not on my balcony, on the little bit outside my window. But now, let's go, Berry. You're gonna kill it today. You're going to do amazingly. I know you're going to do awesome. You know you're going to do awesome. And let's be real. You're more than enough of a fighter to make it through a Monday. All right? We both know that. So let's go, okay? You're going to slay it. I know you are. You know you are. Get in there. Dive on in. Take a bite out of the day. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And of course, that extends to all of the Netherlings right now who are in chat. Today is the start of a fresh week. Chance for you to dive on in, get some stuff done, make this a week that you absolutely rock, okay? You know that. Let's be honest, okay? Fresh week, it's easy to kind of linger a little bit on a Monday. Be like, I'm gonna go slow. You know, it's Monday. I hate Mondays. And you know, that's fair. Fresh week, always there. But think of it this way. Start the week with a strong dash of momentum, and it's only going to build up by the time you hit Friday. And then when you hit the weekend, woof, you can go crazy with it, okay? But no, I'm someone who likes to... I'm a serial procrastinator. I need to let people know this. Fun fact, did you know Omegaverse is very awooga? Yum. I did. Thank you for sharing. It's really channel. Thank you for the Zumba. Yes, that is a fun fact, indeed. Okay, when I booted up my computer this morning, right? I had, you know how Windows, I think it's Windows 10, has a thing where when you click on the little start icon in the corner, the little thing, it brings up in your like morning brief things for you, right? It has like things for you. And it's essentially based on your browsing history and stuff that you've searched. It might be things that you're interested in. And when I opened mine this morning, what came up in my morning brief as one of the major like the big tile at the very top, right? On the right at the very top, it's in rows of 3. It turned around and it said, "Addicted to fanfic," with like a little sticker on a purple notepad. And I was like, I just got out of bed. I don't need you to be doing this to me at this time of the morning. What are you doing? I just got out of bed. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? No. Right? Like, addicted to fanfic? Who says that? Who says that? Okay? Like, don't get me wrong, I have my faves, but what? Why are you doing that first thing in the morning? I don't need that. I wouldn't say I'm addicted to fanfic. You know. Fanfic reading stream when? I'll have to see if there's fanfic that I can get the other boys to read. That would be cute if I grabbed one of them and got them to read something with me. I feel like getting Roscoe's reaction would be cute. Closing my AO3 tab, my bad. AO3. Goodness. Like, okay, I've said this before, and this is my takeaway, right? But like, I am 100 million trillion% in favor of fanfiction. I'm 1,000,000% in favor of fanfics, headcanons, like interpretive understandings of fiction, all right? That is always my thing, because I feel like fiction is a place where we should be able to explore and get different understandings of things. And the idea that it has to be interpreted a certain way is something that goes so against the actual idea of fiction that it's so counterintuitive to almost like safeguard a specific thing. Of course, there's always going to be like a canon version, because that's how stories work. You know, you actually have to have a version of events. But what happens after you put that work out is purely interpretive. So, you know, my reading of something and understanding of it will be completely unique, and so will yours, and so will, you know, whoever's next to you in the chat. You know, everyone's reading of fiction and their interpretation will be unique. You know, for example, The Quarry was a great example of that, actually. How, if you were there for the Quarry stream last night, our shared interpretation is that Jacob was an absolute dick, and that he was just someone who was low-key manipulative, but too stupid to be manipulative well. Someone else might turn around and go, oh, he's a poor love-struck jock that just keeps making mistakes pursuing his true romance. I'd question that person intently, but at the same time, you know, it could be it's their interpretation. It's a perfectly valid interpretation. It's like turning around and saying, you know, the same such thing. Okay, that's so true. Right. I mean, he and Emma were terribly toxic. Oh my goodness. I feel like it was like toxic squared. No. You know what? He and Emma in that game had the relationship that, like, it's when two toxic people get involved with one another and they become just fully corrosive. They become corrosive. You can't leave them on like flat surfaces because they'll melt through it. You know? You know? Oh, and I'm so glad we shot Nick. I'm so glad we shot Nick. I'm so glad we had to make a choice. Apparently, I was looking this up afterwards, actually, for people, again, who watched that stream. Minor spoiler, but apparently, there's, like, in the bit where we were in the radio, the little shack with the radio, and we were there with, like, Dylan and Ryan, apparently, there's, like, dozens of different outcomes from, like, what you choose to do, what you don't choose to do, all of that, right? And apparently, I chose the one set of outcomes, the one set of, like, things stitched together that meant that Dylan didn't get hurt. Like, all of the other ones had Dylan getting badly hurt. And out of everything, where it was like, I didn't shoot, I didn't open the door, I had Ryan stay calm at every possible moment, I made sure that everything was there, I was doing that. Like, there's only, like, one path where Dylan doesn't get hurt, and we saved our boy. We saved our stoner bro. We protected our Yowie stoner bro. So I think the answer to would Zanny survive a horror movie is yes. He would survive a horror movie. He would definitely survive a horror movie. Right? Right. We protected the Yowie ship. No, okay. But for anyone who wasn't looking at the chat during that, the chat was literally there bearing down on me like, if you get one of these two boys hurt, if you get one of these two boys hurt, you better believe that you're in trouble. You're done, Zanny. You're done. I'm unsubbing if one of them gets hurt. I'm like, okay. I won't hurt them. I'll try to keep them both alive. I'm the final girl. When it comes to a horror movie, I'm the final girl. I would make it to the very, very end. Zanny's the last survivor that would escape to tell the police about everything and go crazy when no one believes him. Yeah. I already feel crazy when I see stuff and I tell people and they don't believe me. That drives me insane. Not being believed nothing drives me insane like not being believed. Because like I'm a truthful little incubus, okay? If I've told you something that's not true, it's because I believed it was true and then I was wrong. But you know, it makes me want to bite people, you know, and not in the good way. I can't, because like I try. I've always been a strong believer, right? I've always been a very strong believer, and this is my personal opinion. I've always been a very strong believer that 1, honesty begets honesty, and 2, if you lie once, it kind of invalidates any attempt for you to sort of tell the truth for a long time going forward. So I've always been very hardcore on just being like, oh, I might as well just turn around, be 100% honest about everything, and then just be like, let the dice fall where they may. Now, that's not saying I might not leave out the occasional thing or, you know, have an interpretive retelling, but all in all, you know, like I try and be honest as much as I can. I like to think that when I retell things, I have a stylized interpretation. It's like a Lady Gaga music video. You know, the people weren't wearing mint berets and you know, smoking cigars in the operating theater, but at the same time, looks better. Yeah, but no, I'm so glad. We've actually let me do the thing where I pull up the schedule and we do that. Okay, so what we're going to do now, everyone, is we're not going to turn around and pull up 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 from Dramatical Murder, and we're not going to pull up a big kangaroo. We're instead going to do this. Ta-da! And show the schedule for the week. Let's go. So, actually, that's a good question. Party Pinterest Sassy Simone. Before we dive into this, I want to answer that. Question. Do you see VTubers becoming mainstream? Yes. I think that they're already breaching the mainstream. I think that getting people... I'd say getting like regular recognition. I might actually go into that in a little bit. Let me bookmark that because I feel like I could go on a 10-minute talk about that. But I will circle back to that. That's a really, really, really good question. But for the coming week, first of all, we're here. The weekly coffee date Zatsu, which is great. I love a weekly coffee date Zatsu. That's where you and I get to sit and talk and gossip and do our thing, right? Which is lovely, wonderful, all right? We're doing this, and then I'm slinking off to go pick up Netherbrand from the airport because I am a good son. Sometimes. Then, Tuesday, sleepy day. I get that day off. So heck, go hang out with Cassian that day. Go do your thing, all right? Then, Wednesday, I'm back. It's later than my usual streams, but heck, here I am, Duck Detective with Lucy. The two of us are duoing up to be duo detectives on the new little Duck Detective game, which is wonderful. Thursday, a little bit of woo-wah. I'm getting into it. I'm gonna farm some pulls on woo-wah before we get started as well, because I've got like 2 hours before I have to go to the airport. So, wait, what time was this? Where was it? I get there like 30 minutes before. Oh, but I have a meeting. Sorry. What was that noise? Oh my goodness. What was that noise? Did I make that? Did I make that? Okay, so, yes. The gremlin noise. See, this is what I mean. Hey, Zumi Torres. Tell Mama Brand we all said hi to her. For sure. I might see if I can get her to make a cameo on a stream this week. I might see if I can get her to like say hi or something. I'll see. I'm gonna see if I can get her to say hi. I think it would be really cute if I did like get her to say hi at some point. You know, just be like, hi. You know, like hello. That thing that she does. Like I feel like I want to see if I can convince her. She's like super shy because she'll be like no, and I'm like, oh come on, do it, just swing by. Hey, Shadow Aisha, soundboard worthy. Thank you for the super short. Add it to the soundboard. You know, I've heard that soundboard. I've been shown that soundboard, okay? You have some interesting titles on that soundboard. Also, the True Novice. Welcome to the Netherbranded. Is that a Commander Shepard profile picture? Do you have the Commander Shepard doing the Chad face as your profile picture? Because based. I love Mass Effect. No, I've heard the soundboard that you will have, okay? Don't even. I've seen it. I know what the titles are. Okay, you all got exposed for that one. All right? Those of you in possession of the soundboard got exposed. Oh, I've not just heard. I've seen and I've heard. Okay? What have you done? Right. Look. That's delightful. But yes. We have Duck Detective with Lucy, where I'm introducing Lucy, I should say, to Detective Netherbrand, which is going to be an interesting choice. I think that turning around And introducing Lucy to Detective Netherbrand is, you know, it's gonna be an interesting one. I think that, because he hasn't seen that, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know he doesn't know the darkness that lurks beneath. So, I think that's gonna be an interesting one. The thing is, if you want to tune into that stream, it's literally going to be me doing Detective Netherbrand things and Lucy being there in the corner like, what the fuck are you doing? And yeah, that's the plan. Woowa, of course, I mentioned Woowa, which is great. I love Woowa. I've actually I've got no P build, which I'm happy with. I've had some luck. I've been blessed by the gacha gods, and I'll be farming today. Then, of course, on Friday, we've got a coffee date with 𝓂𝓻. 𝓂𝓻's a sweetie. I've already mentioned it. I'm dragging him here. He's going to be sat there at Club Netherbrand. I'm also thinking that what I'll do is I'll put out a little marshmallow so people can throw in general questions that the two of us will both have to answer. And I think it would be a cute little coffee date idea because, you know, obviously, we've got to see whether or not 𝓂𝓻 succeeds on his coffee date with the Incubus in question, or whether he is relegated to being ghosted. So that's great. Oh my goodness. Okay. So weirdly unrelated thing, right? But I'm not sure whether I should share this. But like over the weekend, I didn't mention this, but like I got a text on my phone from a random number, right? From like a random number that I didn't recognize, right? And it's not a Zanny Holland. And it literally just read, that sounds really cool. I like indie/rock. How often do you work? And I was like, huh? I was like, what the fuck? So I literally like messaged back like, who's this? And they sent me a name and I was like, from what? Like, from where? And they were like, from Tinder. And I was like, and now, when I tell you all that I dropped using that in November, right? I went back on my old phone. I still have my old phone. And I scrolled back, right? Someone from like 8-9 months ago sent me a message to my like number, which migrated phones. Someone waited 8 months to reply to something that I sent from like before I even joined FSP, and just tried to continue on the conversation like there hadn't been like a 9-10 month break. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Obviously Instablock. Like, gone. Swipe up like a TikTok, be done with them. Time blindness at their flat. Like, it was literally like 4 rounds of conversation. Like, hey, what do you do? Blah, 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 blah. That's, yeah, what music do you like? I was like, my God. Dude was late. Like, dude was living in a leap year. I'm like, no. But yeah, that was just something that made me laugh because I don't have time for that. I'm busy. I have my Netherlings now. I'm sorry, you were replaced. I upgraded. I have Netherlings now. I needn't humans. I have Netherlings. Typical. Bro came back from a fanfic writer break, right? Isn't it always funny when you see like writer's notes at the top of things on like AO3 and it's always like series on hiatus while I find the will to live or something like that. I'm like, damn, should be rough out there on AO3. Series on hiatus while I'm finding the will to live. Right. I feel attacked. It's true though, that's one of the classics. It's like, series on hiatus while I find the will to live. Or like, oh, we'll come back after I finish schooling. I'm failing. And like, right? Fic is on hiatus till I'm done with my current hyperfixation. Fic is on hiatus while I recover from like dengue fever in the hospital. It's always like wild shit that they say. It's like, Fic is on hiatus while I recover from having contracted malaria or something like that. It's always insane stuff that they say on hiatus for. And I'm like, you have no reason to lie. I feel called out. What a good time to pop into stream. I feel like I've called you out for before with some of my takes. I feel like I have. Yeah. But no, seeing those is always funny. Yes! Yeah, I saw this one AO3 note with the friend talking to finish the taking over to finish the fanfic because the author passing away from alcohol poisoning. I saw the same one, where the person was like, oh, I will be taking over this fic as my friend has passed away from alcohol poisoning. Pour one out in their memory. And I'm like, wait. Or like, have a drink in their memory. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Well, yeah, I know that those diseases are things. I know they're things. That's why it's like real, you know? Imagine just like dying and your fanfic outlives you. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Someone takes up the gauntlet to keep writing your haiku fanfic. Or I don't know. What's the most mundane fanfic that I can imagine? I want to say like, what's like the most basic? Your Naruto. There we go. You die and someone takes over writing your Naruto fluff fanfic. Like someone champions that legacy. Law and Order. Law and Order. Law and Order. Okay, but like I kind of low-key love Law and Order. It's so good. I don't understand half the legal stuff they're saying, but I kind of like sit back and just watch. I had a coworker who wrote hundreds of Law and Order fanfics. Regular or SVU? Was it? My brain says it's going to be Benson X Stabler. I don't know why. Don't know why, but that would. Someone has to inherit your Sasuke Naruto. SVU, of course. Yeah, knew it. It's the good one. There we go. It's good. You know, I miss when like TV series used to get spin-offs and then they'd migrate characters from the spin-offs into like the main show, if that makes sense. Because like they used to do it when everyone was younger on like kids shows, and they used to do it, and there was like a good period in like time during the 2000s where they were doing it with like adult shows as well, where they take a successful series, make a spin-off, and then when the spin-off did well, they would have characters occasionally not just like cameo, maybe they'd cameo once or twice, but then they'd actually migrate from the spin-off to the main cinematic universe, or like the main show. And like sometimes they'd swap cast members around and sometimes they'd trade. It was really cool. And they don't do that anymore. They don't do it anymore. Like that was our Avengers. Right. Like there used to be such good things. And when there used to be like 3-episode crossover events, or when they would like combine 2 or 3 different things, that was a high point. That was a television high point. Like Corey in the house. Seasons are too short for shows to do that anymore. Oh, see the crunch nature of TV now has robbed us of these cool crossover events. But yes, the next bit of the schedule. So we have the coffee date with Kaio, see if he passes. Then, of course, Saturday. Don't Scream. Now, people have been telling me to play Don't Scream. I've already added on a little spoiler at the bottom. You can see there, if I make this bigger, it says, spoiler, I scream underneath, which I feel like just everyone needed to get out of their system, because I can be like, ah, and restart the game, which is cool. I don't get scared though, okay? I don't get scared. We'll see how well I do. I won't get scared. I'm a tough little incubus, you know, tee-hee, tee-hee. But, then on the Sunday, I thought I'd do an ASMR that's not a membership ASMR. I thought I'd do an ASMR for everyone. Like everyone, right? Because I think it's been like a damned long while since I've done an ASMR for everyone that isn't just the members. And I think that doing one that's like narrative and well done would be good, you know? And it's cool because I've done members stuff for a little while, and I think it would be nice to do that. And who knows, maybe one or two people might be compelled to join the Netherbrand if they really enjoy something that I can throw a little theatricality into. And of course, last but by absolutely no means least, clothing store simulator. Yeah, they're so well done. Oh, thank you. No, I try really hard to make them comfy. Because I know that like there's a lot of ASMR out there. It's like a totally oversaturated marketplace on YouTube. Like totally oversaturated marketplace. But I feel like when it comes to like good narrative, well written, very polished, very clean, it's the classic thing where you can exist in an here's a business lesson for all of you. You can exist in an oversaturated marketplace. Your product just has to be better than the other product. And that's it. That's my thing. A lot of ASMR has been taken down by YouTube. It's mostly NSFW from what I've seen, which like I have a little bit of experience in regards to YouTube taking down ASMR. I have a little bit of experience. And it's not the first time it's happened, and it's not the second time, it's not the third, it's not the fourth, not the fifth, and it won't be the last at all. It happened in 2019 with Copa going sort of live and that bill becoming mainstream. It happened with a lot of things. And the thing is, I understand to a degree why they want to remove NSFW stuff from the platform. I do, right? Like, I can see this from both sides. Do I think it's unfair to creators? 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. 200,000,000%. Which is why, in my opinion, the YouTube's never going to be able to stomp out like NSFW content on the platform. It's never going to be able to do that. But I think that the smarter action, my somewhat, in my opinion, based take, is that YouTube shouldn't be trying to stomp out total NSFW creation on the platform. They should be working on their age gating and parental controls in order to offset that. Like, normally, YouTube has age gates on content that it believes is 18 plus, right? It does have that. It exists. However, it's not well implemented. And it's kind of a thing where you can knock together a quick Google account and just slip by it. I remember when I was, I only been in the human world for a little bit, right? Where it was very easy for you to knock together a Google account, say you were born in 1876, and see whatever you'd wanted on there. I remember you couldn't watch videos of, what was it called? Dead Space, the video game, because it was, the whole thing was rated as 18 plus on YouTube. But the problem is that over time, because YouTube's pulled resources from things, it's softened the parental controls on things, not parental controls, the age gating on things. So I think that instead of targeting the creators, there needs to be a double down on age gating, and instead turn around and focus on creating meaningful age gating, because that just feels like the smarter option. YouTube doesn't lose money by taking down creators. Creators don't lose it. I think that stuff that's like especially egregious and belongs on the hub should maybe, have a double take, but at the same time, there should kind of be a focus on making sure that there is an age gate and an appropriate time and place to sort of branch that. But it's not a discussion that the company is willing to have, which I do. Like, even then, like, the experiment with YouTube Kids was a complete failure. Let's be real. The experiment with YouTube Kids was a complete fucking failure. Exactly, better to redirect the energy. But the experiment with YouTube Kids was just a failure because, like, the amount of videos that were actually, like, children, like, horror stuff snuck in as, like, a kid's video was there. It did nothing. Like, I don't know if you've ever been on the YouTube Kids app. I have a little niece in the underworld, and she would occasionally go on the YouTube Kids app, and like, bruh, just give 𝓂𝓻 their own app, like, for real. Like, just give, like, it's stuff like that, and it's always it's like hyper. It's the kind of content that would give me ADHD, you know, with like all the bright flashes and like the cool colors. Like, I've already got ADHD, but like this would give me like super ADHD with like all of that. But yeah, no, that's just my humble opinion, my humble little opinion. Just joined? What the frick? Get on in here. Just joined. Yeah. But we have Don't Scream, we have the ASMR, then it's Clothing Store Simulator. I'm ready to be a Clothing Store Simulator mogul. I feel like you might get my taste in fashion from Clothing Store Simulator. Or maybe I'll just turn around and, like, maybe if the clothes are really basic, I'll just turn around and criticize what everyone's wearing when they come in. But I'm excited to play it because, you know, I get to be a little fashionista. I get to put on some glasses and be like, really? You're wearing that? Fashionista Zanny. Devil Wears Prada Zanny. And of course, gotta appreciate the Zanny hoodie. The little Zanny hoodie art right there. A huge appreciation to that. Obviously, I always say this, but I'm always redonkulously thankful to the artists that draw me. It goes straight to my heart, like legitimate, like heart punch. So a huge thank you, huge thank you to there they are, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, which is really cool, and obviously I'll be sharing a link to them later as well because we love sharing links. Links are great. I'm going to be sharing a link to them on my community tab afterwards, which is lovely. It's adorable. Pink Hoodie Zanny is great. Talented artist Pog, for sure. We love talented artists, and we love regular artists, and we love untalented artists such as myself, which is adorable. Why pigeons? Because a family of pigeons now lives on my windowsill, which is lovely. It's cute. I've always kind of like, I guess I've always struggled with stuff that I create to a certain degree. And even to this, I kind of struggle with like stuff I create because there's always that self-judgment. But about VTubing being mainstream, I can loop back around to that. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. So VTubing becoming mainstream is interesting because I think it's already started the transition to being mainstream. I think it has. I think that it's started. I think that it's the classic thing where it will never be bigger in like the West than it is in Japan, because like having walked around there, in my life I've never been able to walk through like Tokyo Square and look up and see a giant like VTuber girl just there looking down upon me, and I'm like, whoa, you know, like whoa. That's insane. However, I think that a good example is the streaming awards. I think that there's been a dramatic shift in the past year and a half, where streaming like face cam streaming feels like it's starting to not die off, but perhaps somewhat weaken a little bit, you know? And suddenly people get to turn around and, you know, have their games brought to them not by Greg out of his, you know, his girlfriend's spare bedroom on his little mic with some soundproofing he bought off Temu stapled to the wall, going, "All right, lads, we're going to play the Quarry today. We're going to be playing the Quarry, and yeah, we'll see if we can keep any of these good ladettes and geezers alive for this one." You know, it's not being brought to you by Greg anymore. Greg's boring. Fuck Greg. He's like, Greg's balding. He's got a comb over. Like, look at Greg, okay? Like, he keeps telling his girlfriend, "Don't worry, love. I'm gonna make it in the streaming game. You know I am." You know, fuck Greg. So Greg's turning around and doing that. No, you get your games brought to you by demons, angels, sharks, dragons. Hell, it's thematically appropriate. And also, Asgoth, thank you for the gifted member. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And of course, your gifted member went to Veli-chan. Great name. Love that. But thank you. Another Netherbranded. But yeah, you can get your games brought to you by sharks, dragons, incubi, demons, angels, everything in between, right? And what would you rather watch play Baldur's Gate 3? Would you rather watch Greg in his girlfriend's spare bedroom with some Temu soundproofing stapled to the wall? Or would you rather watch your charming Incubus host turn around and sit there in the corner and talk about what's going on and have a little bit of fun with it, you know? I know all of you. You're gonna choose the Incubus, because it's just more appealing, you know? It's visually engaging. It's fun. It also adds to where I feel like okay, we're going deep here. If you're okay with me going deep, we're going deep. Video games have always been a break from reality, right? They've always been a break from reality. Hey, Mika, thank you for the gifted member. And welcome to the Netherbranded. Oh, Mamu, welcome to the Netherbranded. Let's go. But there's always been the idea that video games are an escape from reality. That's what they are from me. You know, I love playing games because they're an escape from the mundanity of life, you know. However, when you turn around and you're watching Greg, well, he's in a little box in the corner. You can see the dude there sitting there, you know, doing whatever, and he's real. He's a dude. He's mundane, you know. Whereas me, I'm anything but mundane, and it's nice. It adds, instead of it being something that you need to get over to indulge in the fantasy, it lets me become part of the enjoyment of it all. You know, just a little guy. And of course, I think there's a community aspect with VTubers that isn't there with facecam streamers. Of course, again, huge respect for facecam streamers, of course. There are some really phenomenal ones out there. And I think the difficulty is, again, it became an oversaturated marketplace. But think about like the art, the design, the mascot, the wing, it's so much more. Like, yeah, you can draw the same dude over and over again, but like, hell, you can draw me like this. You know, there's food for the imagination. And I think it's also about expression as well. All art is fundamentally about freedom of self-expression. And I think that it allows the person that you're watching to have that freedom of self-expression a little bit more. It's like why people get tattoos. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I think that it's making the shift to being mainstream. I think it's cracking the egg. I don't know whether or not it's made that shift completely in the West yet, but it's well on the way there, to the point where I think I've said this before. 5 years time, we're going to see billboards of VTubers in Times Square. That's my genuine belief. 5 years time, we're going to see at least a billboard of a VTuber in Times Square. That's what I think. I don't know who it's going to be. Maybe it'll be Zander Netherbrand. Probably won't be, but heck. In 5 years time, I reckon there's going to be someone. In my opinion, VTubers in East Asia are treated as idols rather than usual streamers, so they have less freedom than West VTubers. Like, face reveal is not necessarily happening in, yes. So, so, it's happened already, Zanny, many times actually. Oh, there we go. I didn't know that. If it's already happened a bunch. Or maybe I'm thinking more permanent fixture. But there's definitely been VTuber birthday ads. Birthday ads. Okay, I'm thinking like permanent fixture. Kind of like how it is in Tokyo. I'm thinking like permanent fixture like how it is in Tokyo. Where like you can just walk down and there's just perpetually a new VTuber or a VTuber up there or something. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, you're forgetting the important part, Zanny. VTubing is a great way for those of us who don't find themselves good looking to give it a try. True. I guess I've always been someone who's very much separated appearance from personality in my mind. I think it's because of the amount of people that I've met over the internet. I end up picturing people more like their profile pictures than I do them. But even then, with face cam streaming, it's a thing where I think that's actually part of the magic of it, where I didn't even think of the individual there, you know? I didn't even think of the individual there because it's just so inherently, oh, that's a demon, that's an angel, that's a bug, that's a dragon, you know? Like, you just go with that. Because that's what your brain sees. You don't right, that's what I'm saying, you know? That's what I'm saying. But yes, totally great point. Great point. But yeah, I think that overall, that's a really interesting place to be with it. And I see it going even bigger in 5 years. Whether or not the landscape changes in those 5 years is interesting. Because obviously, like, it's the internet. The internet's like a really, really constantly developing landscape, you know? Like, hell, we could have the crazy thing is, right, the way the internet works, we could have the biggest, like, you literally watching right now could start VTubing tomorrow, right? Have like a mega smash, ultra viral, random thing happen. And you could go on and just be like the biggest thing on the fucking planet. And that's the way the internet works. And it's so insane to me. Because, heck, there you go. There you go. It's interesting. And that in mind, how can we anticipate what the landscape's going to be in like 5 years? It could be insane. It could be huge. It could be entirely different faces and entirely different everythings, which is mad. It's all RNG. Existence is RNG. True. Also, smash viral hit is a really bad way to build a community. Personal opinion. The algorithm has decided you worthy. Oh, true. Like, I see it. But yes, that's my sort of grand thoughts on that matter, which is interesting because again, it's I feel like more VTubers like plav, not plap. We're not plapping again. Plap. Terrible. Awful. I can't read that. I just read it as plap. It's always plap. It's just plap. Plap, exactly. Zanny Plap Netherbrand. Oh goodness. I'm sorry, mods. I'm sorry, mods. But yeah, I that's probably all I have to say on like the VTuber things. And again, my opinion is kind of an outsider's one because I'm fresh to the party, baby. I've only been doing this for like I've only been partying with Club Netherbrand for like what, like 4.5, 5 months now, which I guess that's a thing. I guess I've always been really, I guess I'm also like a little bit insecure about sort of the VTubing aspect of things as well for myself, because like I don't know why y'all turn up to the streams sometimes, but here you are, you know. 5 months in 2 weeks. Brr. Insane. Insane. Been doing this for a while. I know why you're here. Don't get me wrong. It's not me being like, oh, I desire your compliments now. Oh, I always find that cringe when VTubers do that. I always find that so cringe. All right. You know what? We're downing our coffee, and I'm saying. I always. Here we go. There's two things I find really cringe with VTubing, and that's like pity plays of like, oh, thank you guys. I don't know why you're here and still turning up to streams, but I'm so thankful, and you know, thank you for being here, and I really appreciate it, and you know, I know that I'm not like, shut the fuck up, entertain, that's your job, and then and like the other one is like sorry, I think I went hard with that. Sorry, give me a sec. I hit myself with a stun. And then if I get a Kohai like that, he won't be a Kohai for long. So then the other one is like the classic one where like it's they super hard play into like the BFE slight para thing, and like they do it to their own success, but then suddenly like use it as then suddenly a really hard backpedal, and I'm like, I see what you did. I see what you're doing. Don't play that game. Yeah, no, that's my two toxic takes. That's my two toxic takes. So yeah, long story short, it's cute. It's cute. I'm never gonna Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. I've only been here a little bit, but I've got some jaded spikes on me already. I got like a little bit of your Kohai haven't arrived. I want to meet them. I want to meet them. Zanny dragging them by the weave, Jerry Springer style. Shadow Aisha, thank you for the super. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. No, if my Kohai acts like that, I will actually give him a slap around the back of the head and tell him to straighten up and fly, right? Like, it's my job as a senpai to enforce a certain certain standard of behavior at first stage productions, right? And I genuinely believe that's part of it, right? That's part of it. Enforcing a certain standard of behavior among yourself and your colleagues is key to any good working environment, right? And if someone like comes on and like starts doing stupid stuff, I will be the first to drag them to one side and be like, explain now. He's already with the sweet but stern older brother role. Like, don't get me wrong, I will dote on them if I like them. I will dote on them, treat them good, make them happy, do all of that, right? And I will do as much as I can. But if they start doing stupid stuff, I'll be like, listen, you're disappointing the family. Like, you know, do what you want, but don't make me disappointed in you. Be nice to my dancer boy. Listen, okay? I'll try and be nice to that twink. I'll try and be nice to that twink. Zanny will bring out the juggler if needed. Literally, I will. Have you seen? It'll be like the video of people putting like apples on their head and then handing their like mother's little juggler and being like, like snipe it, and they just hit it from like across the room. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Saying this when they haven't debuted yet. True, true. I don't know. I don't know too many details about anything, and I've deliberately asked to be left in the dark about it. All I know is that like the designs look cool, and that's it. And that's just literally the exact same thing that you've all seen. Like, I've seen the exact same stuff all of you have. I've asked to be left in the dark about it all, and I'm literally like, these designs look cool. These look cool. I'm adopting the big demon though. Not gonna lie, I'm adopting the big demon, like the one with the horns, like the Oni looking one. I'm adopting him. I've mentioned it before, but I'm like, if he's a big dumb idiot, he's mine. If he's a big dumb idiot, I'm literally just like, get over here, get over here. That and like throw someone else apart from throw someone else that's not straight in there. I'm having to carry the team here with like liking things. Jeez. Zanny, bring out the juggler. That's mine. Adam, get the flip-flops. Adam to the harem. No, I'm going to be so involved with them. I've decided that. I've really, like, between you and me, I've made the decision among myself that with Gen 2, I actually want to be really involved with them. I really want to work with them. I really want to do stuff with them. Belly-chan, thank you for the member chat. Purple horns, nice. Don't tell me the only looking one is your cousin too. Never, never. Different thing, okay? Different thing, okay? Different continents, different mythologies, okay? I'm a demon, that's an Oni. Different beast. Also, Mamu. Zanny casually adding Kohai to the harem. Love it. No, I'm going to find, like, I want to be really involved. I want to be a good senpai and actually be kind of involved with them and just do my thing with it. Because even though, like, I don't have a crazy ton of experience, I also feel like the learning curve I've been on since I started has been really, really steep. Like, really, really steep. It's been near vertical with, like, that. And I feel like since I've got... Okay, between you and me, and I think that it applies to a lot of people. I think that since I started streaming and to where I am now, there's been like a lot of improvement for only 5.5 or 4.5 months. I think there's been a lot of improvement for only that period of time. Just, I think so in myself. I don't think I've stayed completely still. And I feel like considering... Hey, Nix, thank you for the super. Thank you for the super. Much appreciated. Weekly Zatsu with Zanny is one of the highlights of my week. Thank you. Also, just refilled my coffee. Wonderful. Drink it down. Cheers. I have a coffee too. Cheers. There. Love me a coffee. I would have my coffee hand, but my hands are in this blanket, so I'm psychically drinking it. But yeah, I feel like in considering the fact that I had like very little experience before, and I'm like diving in and I'm sort of leveling up now, it's kind of crazy that this is my beginning, but also this is my, this is like where I'm going, and I like it because I'm wondering if this is how much better and more confident with all this I feel after 4 months. How am I going to feel after 6? How am I going to feel after 8? How am I going to feel after 1 year? How am I going to feel after 2 years? Where am I going to be in 2 years? Because there's a certain level of something that this sparks, and I love it. I love how there's a currency handshake in chat. Love that. Excited to get a little brother. I do want to, like, I want to pick one of them and just adopt them as my little brother. Like, I want to pick one and just adopt them. Like, I'll love them all. Like, most of them. I like most of them. And, you know, apart from Purple. Purple can just sit in the corner. But, I will turn around and I will pick, like, one of them to just be like, hey, you're mine now. Get over here. You're mine. I'm keeping you. I'll be like, get over here. Put on the collar. It says property of Zanny now. Mean older brother to Purple, though. Be nice to Purple. No, I'm Purple. He's... Okay, so they're like Violet or some shit like that for him, right? I'm Purple. He's Violet, okay? And I'm like, oh, okay, no. Like, we've got like crimson and orange and teal and that, and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, your shade of purple's awful close to mine there, buddy. You're like, go do that. Lucy's nice to red. Why can't you be nice to purple? Bitch, listen, no one... hasn't even met Purple. It hasn't met any of them yet. We don't know any of them yet. We don't know them. But they don't exist yet, okay? Violet. His name. Don't call him Purple. Purple's me. He's Violet. Leave him alone, okay? He's Violet. He's not Purple. I'm Purple. He's Violet, okay? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Don't worry, Zanny. He's the purple with more blue tones, which is far more inferior. Perfect. Exactly. I'm Purple. He's Violet. Okay? Different. It's different. Okay? And if you think I'm wrong, then I don't know. He's not purple. He's lavender. Schrodinger's 𝓂𝓻. I don't. If they're watching this stream, have fun with Zanny. Oh, I'm letting Purple know that I'm going to bully them. Like, I'm gonna see them and just immediately be like, victim. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll choose like, it won't be teal. I'm not. Who do I think am I going to adopt? I don't think it'll be teal. I think that if I adopt one, it'll probably end up being the blue, the orange, or the red. It's one of those three. I don't know. Which one would you guys like to see me work with the most, actually? Which one would you like to see me work with the most? Like, I'm taking thoughts. Orange dude? Blue, crimson. Red dancer, the dancer. Blue Oni. Blue Oni. Looking for his dynamic indigo or orange. Indigo, that's a good one. Red, violet. I feel like just off of, this is totally off of just like the designs that we've all seen. I feel like Red and I would have, or like Crimson and I would have some real troublesome energy. We'd just turn each other into mischievous bitches whenever we were on stream together. Orange gives me lovable dumbass. He could be so dumb, and I don't know, might have to replace Gale with him. And then, but I feel like Gale, but like dumber, you know? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, orange gives off Ito energy. Exactly. That's what I mean. Big himbo energy. Huge himbo energy. Yeah, no, I couldn't replace Gale if I tried. We're stuck together. I like him too much. But no, I feel like huge himbo energy from that. And the blue, I don't know. I don't know if blue is just gonna be like, who's the better demon? I feel the two of us getting into a who's the better demon conflict, you know? I feel like there's a battle for dominance brewing with blue. One of us has to be the superior demon. And there's going to be a strong battle for dominance there. I can already feel it. It's like I can feel the storm brewing. I can feel it on the horizon, you know? One of us has to be the demon that's the dominant one, the superior one. You know? There can only be room for one head demon in this company. Hey, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, Anna, thank you both for the supers. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, finally finished my homework and piano practice. Hey, congratulations. Good work on the piano. I tried to learn when I was very, very young. Turns out, piano's kind of difficult. Also, assert your purple, crush the 𝓂𝓻, and lovingly build them up to be loyal to you. Can't wait to see them. Exactly. That's the plan. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to turn around, and before we know it, the 𝓂𝓻 will all be Netherlings. They'll all be Netherlings. Oh, this is going to be well, I'm the demon thing. For some reason, I'm imagining you and the Oni having a horn fight like rhinos. I would have the advantage in a horn fight, because the Oni only has one horn from what we've seen. He only has one horn, right? I've got two. And mine are bigger, so obviously I have the size advantage on him. So my horns are bigger and also longer. So I feel like I've got the victory already if we go for a horn fight, you know? And I've got the little spikes on mine so I could catch his horn. So 2 horns are better than 1, and also his 1 horn is shorter than mine. So boom, exactly, boom, he has no chance. But can you use it better? No question. But what if he got 2 wings? We haven't seen wings. We didn't see wings. We didn't see wings, so there's no wings. Okay? I have a wing. He doesn't have a wing. I'll, like, flick him in the face with my wing. Like, it's big enough that it always gets in the way when it's out. So I'll just flick him in the face with the wing. That's what I'm going to do. And also, we haven't seen... I don't think he has a tail, either, from what we've seen. So if he doesn't have a tail, either, he's just a dude with a horn. If he tries to win, he's just a dude with a horn, right? I have the tail advantage. I have an extra limb to use. I have 2 extra limbs to use. I got an extra horn. Clear win. Clear win. Clear win. Unicorn boy. That's what I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him a unicorn. I'm gonna be like Silence Unicorn boy. I'm making a note of that actually. I have to have new insults for them. I'll have to cook up a whole new batch of insults for them. I've been, like, you know, I can roast my gen mates well enough, you know? Like, I can roast all of my gen mates well enough. However, being able to turn around and, you know, roast the new guys, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. Aren't Oni supposed to be super strong? Well, yes. Yes. They're strong, but that doesn't mean that, you know, but so's Bane, but Batman still wins, you know? It's strength versus a tactical mind, masterful powers of strategy, and of course, a brilliant dash of creativity that could not be matched by the like of him, okay? Copium. Zan can seduce. But I got the bigger horns. I win. On principle. On principle. Stop, they aren't even born yet. True, they're not born yet. I'm looking forward to seeing everything when it's all sorted out, though. Zanny's giving very middle child energy, though. No. I mean, I don't know. Am I the middle child of FSP? I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. I'm definitely the middle child with the Dark Overlords. For sure. For sure. Roscoe's like the youngest child. Cass, old man Cass. Danny, those are only the draft picks. What if the final version is a bigger horn? Then I still have 2, so I win. Like, double the horns. Double the horns. Besides, his doesn't have the little hooks like mine. Do you see? I got like the little hooks that go to the side, which is cute. I mean, age-wise, no one can beat Mr. Elfman. Bruh, Mr. He's old. He's old. I'm like, stop being old. Be like me. Be just hitting your prime. Be the new fun guy hitting his prime. Zanny's so cute. Why am I dying? I know, right? I haven't even hidden under the table this stream. I haven't even done the thing where I go like, where is it? Where I do this. Where I go, hello. Hello. I haven't even done that for a bit. There we go. I don't know. I only just discovered hiding under the table the other day, and I love it. I strangely love it. It's such a weird way to like start stream, and I really like it. You know? Get out from under the table, young man. Bruh. Okay, pet peeve though. Pet peeve. Genuine pet peeve is if I walk into a restaurant and there's gum under the table, I will not eat there. That is like my legitimate pet peeve. That is like something I hate. That is like, that's my big ick. That's my giant ick. I will literally just up and leave the restaurant if there's gum under the table. I will just go. Like, I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's fancy. I don't care if I had to make a reservation, right? If I had to go into a restaurant and there's gum under the table, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And you want to know why? You want to know why? Because this is my logic, right? If they don't clean under the fucking table, where else don't they clean? Because that's somewhere a customer can easily see. If they don't clean there, where else don't they clean? That's a place that a customer could easily see, right? What about the places customers can't easily see? Where they don't see, right? That's my logic. That's my logic, okay? For real, for real, for real, for real, right? For real. I haven't seen gum under the table since high school. It's so bad. When I was in London, just doing that thing, being an Incubus in London, I would always like. It was so difficult to find a place that didn't have that, and I'm like. And then when I found a place that was like nice and like, you know, shiny and clean, I'd be like, okay, this is now my spot. I'm going to be here forever. I need Zanny to roast Kitchen Nightmare episodes. I want to hear him mulled. Don't. I was on a Kitchen Nightmare kick a little while ago. And, like, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I was, okay. Story here. I have a story here. Okay, also, restaurants should be clean, should have cleaned it too. Why do people do that when they ask for a napkin? Exactly. I'm fully on board with that. So, I was on Frederick's stream like a week ago, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and he and I were just talking, and we started talking about Kitchen Nightmares, right? And I brought up Amy's Baking Company, if you guys remember that one, Amy's Baking Company. Also, Kiwi, thank you for the super. Is there space in there, Blanky? Of course, get on in here. Get on in here. It's where you belong. Come on. There's a little space right here. Right there. Get on in here. But, we were talking about it, right? Amy's Baking Company. The lady with the cats who was like, meow, 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 to like her cats. She's like, they understand me. I'm their mother. Meow, 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 meow. And like, she was terrible. And then in the chat, in the actual chat, right? Of his stream, her cousin was there. Her cousin, like the cousin of Amy from Amy's Baking Company, was in the chat, and she started spilling the tea with us. And I was like, oh, like what? Like what? And yeah, no, we were talking and we were like, what share? Share, these are details. We need to know this. And apparently, like dead ass, her actual cousin, right? Like that, like internet crazy, right? Internet crazy. And we were like, oh, share details. And like, yeah, from Kitchen Nightmares. Her actual like cousin was in the chat. And we were like, oh, let's go. And she was like dropping details and tea. And we were like, oh, let's go. Like the two of us were there. And she was like, oh, she's always been like this. I asked them for like, I think something to eat. I think it might have been like a pizza or something. She was like, Amy's always been like that. I met her when I was like way, way younger. And like, because Amy's like way, way older. And she's like, I asked her for like food when I was at our restaurant, and she just like, and I asked for like a pizza, and she literally like walked into the bag, got a frozen pizza, stuck it in like the microwave, and then gave it to me. And I was like, what? And she's like, and I turned around and I was like, hey, this tastes kind of weird. And Amy just replied, no, it always tastes like that, and just walked off. And I was like, what? This is such tea. Like, imagine saying to someone, hey, this food tastes kind of funny. No, it doesn't. And then just walks off. Hey, this food, cousin Amy, this food tastes kind of funny. No, it doesn't. Walks off. Like, like doesn't even try it. Power move. No, it doesn't. Like, right. And we were freaking out. Because like, incorrect. You were wrong. Right? I was on a trip with that. I was just so ooh, what a way to live. The Uno reverse. Dude, imagine being so sus that your cousin will just go off in a streamer's chat. Right. I didn't think that I would have a Kitchen Nightmares crossover, but here we are, you know? Hey, Gordon Ramsay, bring me on for Kitchen Nightmares. I have a great voice. Or, like, you know what? Bring back, like, the British Kitchen Nightmares one, because that was really good and way less dramatized. That was a great one. I loved that one. Imagine having a health inspector come in and just go nah at the infractions, right? By the way, how do you know it was legit? So, like, she threw in some details that, like, unless you were, like, super clued up on what they were doing now, which I am, I have to admit. I do low-key, like, occasionally see what her and Sammy are up to, because I follow them on Instagram, and like, they would, like, she doesn't have many followers on Instagram. I think she has like 5k, but she knew, and I'm like, whoa, this is lit. Do the narration voice, the voice from like the Kitchen Nightmares narrator, where it's like, welcome to Galleria 33. That one's the one where it's like, Gordon is attempting to save this failing restaurant. Following them for gossip, yes. I wish I could say that I didn't follow people online purely for like the tea energy, but also I'm like, you seem, one of the reasons I occasionally follow someone on like an account is like, especially on YouTube actually, one of the reasons I subscribe to people on YouTube sometimes is I see them and I go, you're a hot mess. Everything about you seems like it's such drama. I should watch this. Like, I don't even watch the videos, because like this is like a handful of thousands of views, and I'm like, this seems like such drama. This is something I wish to observe and not engage with. Like how I fell down the Alvin and the Chipmunks MV scene, like, before I started FSP, because apparently there was huge drama in like the Alvin and the Chipmunks MV scene. People doing remixes of like Alvin and the Chipmunks songs to things. And like, it came up on my homepage, and apparently there was like insane drama there, and I was like, I need to watch this. So okay, right, there was like, I don't know. Apparently, okay, so I discovered 3 things at once, right? First, I discovered there's an entire community of people on the internet that like use AI to synthesize Alvin and the Chipmunks singing various songs, and then use clips from the movies to recreate music videos from them, right? And that's one, that's wild. 2, I discovered that there was like major beef between like different channels on there, like to the point where it was something where it's like, this is heavy, and it was over like the remixes, and I was like, what? No, not even like Nightcore. It's not Nightcore, like actual like AI Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like they used like an AI music thing to make Alvin and the Chipmunks sing modern songs. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? And there's like, and it's all fan made, and no one's making any profit from it because the music gets claimed every time. But like, there was like crazy beef, and I was like, I'm not invested in this in the slightest. This just came up on my homepage randomly, but now I need to see like why you guys hate each other and then walk off. So I did. I kind of looked at it, and I was like, okay, these are adults. These are adults. These are dead ass adults doing. Because at first I was like, okay, maybe it's just kids doing this, you know. I was like, whatever. And I'm like, nope. These are people in their late 20s, early 30s doing this. Cool. Nice, tight. And yeah, no, that was it. It was just, and it's like, yeah, no, I feel like, yeah, I feel like every community out there is bound to have some beef and drama in some way. True. Except the Netherlings, because we're all sweet and lovely. That's why we're all fluffy, brilliant, wonderful little things. Imagine your grown-ass aunt beefing over Theodore on her phone while you're at family dinner. Imagine your aunt typing, "How dare you portray Theodore like that in your Alvin and the Chipmunks MV? If I ever get my hands on you, I'm gonna beat your ass." I'm like, cool. You all know that he provides the low tones of the group. Although, no, you all know that he's the baritone of the group. Like, oh. It's cute. When you're obsessed with your old cartoon faves, right? Oh, Simon, I don't know. I've never seen Alvin and the Chipmunks. It was a thing. All I know is that there was like the Chipmunks and the Chipettes, and I don't know. Okay, Auntie, I'm sorry, but can I get my Lego brick? Right? Like, absolute madness. Like, just be nice to each other. Now I'm curious, Danny, who is your cartoon or celebrity crush? Oh, I have two. 3, 4. Maybe more. Cartoon. Let's go with cartoon. Let's go with just cartoon. So. So, my number one, like my number one, like cartoon crush, like absolute number one. Nightcrawler from X-Men. there, I said it. I fucking love Nightcrawler from X-Men. Like number one. Number one. Cause like he's so cute, you know? Like I'm saying like the right. Like he's like a little brimstone boy. Right? Like there, okay? Okay. Like he's like, I mean, I guess I get it. You have a type. I have a type. I do have a type. But no, he would have to be like up there, number one. After that, it would probably which X-Men animated show? So I know that when I was like super young, I just really liked him in everything, and then I switched to the comics. And then I've sort of stuck to the comics since then. But I still kind of count him as like cartoon because like it's cartoon, you know? Which is because that was like my gateway with that. And then it would have to be like, where would it be from there? I mean, it would have to be like, I'm narrowing it down. Give me a second. It's difficult. Oh, wouldn't have to be. It couldn't be mainstream. It would have to be like, but then no, because that's no, it would have to be like Black Canary. Black Canary. There we go. Black Canary from like DC Comics. She's great. Love that. I love someone who can scream someone to death. That's great. We love Black Canary. And the fact that she like doesn't have a crazy amount of superpowers as well is awesome. Based, valid, based. See. Red Hood on top for me. True, Red Hood is up there. But like, he's in the list. He's in the mix. Okay, we love that trauma. We know that we've got that spice with him. But yeah, no. Nightcrawler kind of dominates the list. Do you have any hear me outs? Do I have any hear me outs? Who would I class as like a hear me out? Let's say, You know, off the top of my head, I don't actually have like any direct hear me outs. Not like directly. Oh, the blonde psychic lady, that was Emma Frost. That was Emma Frost from the X-Men cartoons, if you're thinking about her. What about Mystique? Mystique is cool, but the personality kills it for me because she's just so like, she's mean. She's really mean, and not in like the fun way, you know? For me, it's Mesogog from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Like Trent's dad? I could Shredder. Okay, Shredder's a fair choice. Shredder. What would I class as like one of my videos? Let me check what's in my video game library right now. Let me see if I'm thinking like video game crush. Let me see what's in my library. Let me see. No, hard pass. Pass. Oh. I mean, So Final Fantasy 15 is in a special place in my heart, right? Final Fantasy 15 has a special place because it has two of my favorite video game crushes in it at the same time, right? Okay, it has two. It has both of my game crushes in it at the same time. And that is Aranis Stormwind, the mercenary dragoon, who is so cool because she has like the lance and she does like the flips and the power kicks and stuff like that. And the fact that she just randomly turns up, joins you in battle and like messes everything up, like, and not in a bad way, like kills everything, which is so cool. And then there's Prompto because Golden Retriever energy is great. We love Golden Retriever energy. And yeah, that's it. And Gale also do I just have a thing for like Golden Retrievers and Dragoons? Because Gale mains Dragoon. What is this? What is this? Gale mains Dragoon. Gale's maining Dragoon. Okay, so in Final Fantasy 14, I'm maining Dark Knight and Gale's maining Dragoon, and I don't know why, but I have such like a cool little artistic image in my head of the two of us because they're both classes that like complement each other really well, and he's the DPS and I'm the tank, and he does like all the flips and I do the big slashes. It's cool, and it's really like there. I have a thing for Clive from 16. I've not played 16 yet. I'm waiting for it to come to PC. Is it on PC? Oh, my first childhood crush was Robbie Rotten. Robbie Rotten. Dolphin emoji. What a trip. What a trip. Oh, did I watch the animated one on YouTube? Do you watch the animated one on YouTube for Final Fantasy 14? Oh, I don't think I've heard of that. What? Play 6. Let me see if Final Fantasy 15 is like coming. If we've got a date for Final Fantasy 15 on PC yet, because like I don't want to buy a whole ass PlayStation for. I don't want to buy like a whole 16. I don't want to buy like a whole PlayStation for just to play Final Fantasy 16. You know, and it just feels like a lot to do that. You know, especially when I have to like worry about moving it and oh, there go my eyes. Blech. There we go. All right. I mean 15. Oh, I watched the animated series. Yeah. I watched Brotherhood. Let me just check this. Final Fantasy 16 PC. Do we have a date? Do we? Gets a launch window. Here we go. Oh, we just got a launch window. Oh, that's recent. Oh. Okay, no, I don't give a damn about specs. I'm fine. Obviously, hefty hardware to run at maximum settings. Yeah, stop talking and just give me answers. Ugh, cringe. Where are you? Where are you? A launch window, and it's closer than you. Don't bait me. Jeez. The Final Fantasy before the end of the year? Before the end of the year is the launch window. Oh, come off. Come off it. Before the end of I hate when they do that. I hate when they do that. That's such a give me an actual like thing and say fourth quarter, third quarter. Before the end of the year? That's a large window, okay? At least Cyberpunk turned around and gave us a real window. I can't. How dare. However, on that note, I am very, very, very vibes. Because I'm very excited to play Final Fantasy 16. I can count. I know my numbers. How about celebrity crushes? I don't actually have celebrity crushes. I know that sounds really weird, but I used to be I used to be really in the entertainment. I think I've mentioned before, but I used to work a bit in the acting business and the entertainment industry, and I'm finding the way to phrase this right. And I used to work quite a bit with different people from different lines of work and stuff like that. And when I was quite young at Demon high, right? We had what I'd call maybe like a C-tier celebrity come in and be a guest lecturer for us for a little bit, right? And he had a reputation of being very nice. He was known for being very nice, very charitable, always helping young actors with their careers. He had like a very good, very sterling reputation. And, I met him and it was all smiles and it was all, very, very nice for the first like 2 days, right? And then he did, because it was just him introducing us and all of that, or us getting introduced and all of that. And then he did his first lecture and it was fine. It was good. I was like, oh, this guy's, kind of cool. And then as soon as the lecture was done, he made a beeline right for the 17-year-old girls in the class. Beeline for them. And I'm like, oh, I see. And immediately, he actually got disciplined and had to stop because one of the girls said he did the classic, I should get your number because, I feel like with the right friends, you go really far in the acting industry. And she immediately like took that straight to like the head lecturers and had that killed. And he was like, they were like, nope, you're out. And ever since then, I've been like, ew. I like, for me, I can't celebrity crush now because of the fact that like the personality that you get presented to you in front of cameras is very carefully curated, and the one you get behind the scenes is one that's a lot more honest and quite often a lot worse. So I don't know why, but that like unlocked something in my brain where whenever I see celebrities now, I'm always like, that's not the real you. That's not the real you. Don't lie to us. That's not the real you. Like I don't know why, but that did something where I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, it was. I just became very disillusioned with the idea of celebrity. I think that's why I enjoy streaming and VTubing so much, right? Where there's less of the idealized version of the person because it's very difficult to like carefully curate someone's image unless there's an entire like brand backing them, It's difficult because, I sit here and I do streams with all of you for like 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. And during that time, you see me say some terrible stuff. You turn around and do some interesting things. You see me be rough. You see me have moments where like I just randomly scream. You hear the absolute craziest stuff from me, and I'm very uncensored with all of you. Of course, there's still specific cases where that's not going to be the case, and obviously when you get to larger audiences, some things become more curated. But I think it just feels more honest, in my opinion. That's it. Oh, I learned that too from an A-tier celeb on set too. Kind of broken cyber. Exactly. That's why I only like 2D men and video game men. Exactly. Listen, the 2D men will never hurt you, okay? Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. The 2D men will never hurt you. The 2D men will always keep you safe. Support 2D men. Pull their gachas. Buy their merch. Have them as your phone background. Support 2D men. Amen. Thank you, Yumi. Thank you for the super. Sir, when was the last time you washed that blanket? I only started using it a couple weeks ago. Don't even. The Incubus made me do it. Stop. I downloaded Genshin for that reason. It's got knives out. Thank you for the super. Thank you very, very much. Zanny was the first 2D man I ever truly liked. No. Oh. Okay, but that's cute. That's cute. That's really, really cute. Who was the first 2D person? I mean, the first VTuber I liked was like Mary, but that was because Mary was my first point of contact with VTubing, and he was just really chill. I literally downloaded Honkai just for Boot Hill. Oh, I want to Woowa more, and I want to pull someone cool on Woowa. I have a picture of my favorite 2D man in my wallet, and I stare at him like a husband at work and missing his wife. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I don't know who. I want to see when the next banner's coming, if I can get someone cool. Is Zanny truly a 2D man if his personality is so 4D? Does that make me a total of 3D? Zanny has been added to the growing list of 2D men I like. True, true. Scar. Scar's cool. I like Scar. Scar is someone who I'm very hyped up on right now. I want them to make... He's so good. I want them to make him a playable character. I need it. I'd actually be really curious if Woowa took us down a villain route. I'd be really interested if... I hate using this example because it's kind of normie. But you know, like, the Tokyo Ghoul route? Where the main character is still good with the good guys, but has to join up with the bad guys for a bit to get some stuff done. You know, that. But, like, it creates tension between the two groups. I would love it if Woowa took us down that route. I would love it. Because if it was, like, we joined up with the Famalams, the peoples, the not Fatui, and that's your normie example. I don't know what that is. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I did read some of the manga of Tokyo Ghoul. I don't normally read the manga, but I actually got gifted it. But no, I know that the anime differs hugely from the manga, and then they had to try and fix it. And then it was like B route, and then A+1 route, or B2 something. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I know that, but I would love to see us do the thing where we have to partner up with the bad guys for a while, just so we can get something done. Because when you get to partner up with bad guys, like the bad guys, it lets you see their perspective. And, you know, I know that with these gacha games, adding branching narratives is something that can't really be done because of the fact that when it comes to, like, it becomes maintenance and service stuff. But I would love a Genshin or Woowa-esque gacha game with a branching story narrative that gets added onto with each update so that your choices can affect things during the narrative. Because it's been done before in terms of, like, a really old... it's too late to tell people I'm live on Twitter. Oh well, it's a cozy one with these Netherlings. Y'all get to be here because you're Notification Squad. But no, they did the same with a game called Star Wars: The Old Republic about 20 years ago, I want to say, maybe a bit less. They did a game called Star Wars: The Old Republic, and it was a branching narrative game where you played a Jedi or a Sith in the Star Wars universe, or a bunch of classes, and the choices that you made would actually change the main story, and different companions would come and go depending on what you did. Now, I know that you can't really do the companions coming and going with gacha. However, it would be really interesting to see that implemented into some sort of Genshin or Woowa-like game where there could be a branching narrative that would have meaningful choices, where you could turn around and perhaps have things happen differently. And it would even give reason, dare I say, for the different teams you could have. Because you could, if there was this branching narrative, have that justification of teams that you wouldn't normally see. You could have because you then could have members of the 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 available, like actual bad guys available on banners if you took like a bad route, and you could still play good guys, and it would still add like a reason why they were mixed in there. You know, it wouldn't be like a canon reason, but the idea of a branching narrative within a gacha game which actually has choices and consequences would be so interesting. And Star Wars did it in a really good way, where they would have a bunch of I see now, Yoro is definitely taking notes. Star Wars did it in a really interesting way, where they would have a bunch of choices. However, all of them would turn around and all the choices you made, the different companions you'd have, the friends you made, the people you betrayed, the enemies you did, and they would all lead into the end of each piece of content, right? So there would be kind of the main quest where you do a bunch of stuff, the side quest that would influence it, but at the end of each sort of latest content update, there would be what would be called a flashpoint. And a flashpoint would be where all of the stories you've done so far tie together at one point. And what would happen is, if you were taking good guy choices, they would have consequences. If you were doing bad guy choices, they would have consequences. If you were doing like a mixed route, there would be consequences, right? And then that flashpoint, everything would unravel, all of the bad stuff would happen, all of the consequences would happen, but it would always finish at kind of the same point, maybe with different companions, maybe with different relationships. However, it would always finish you at kind of the same point, stood in the same place, and that would set you up for the next bit of content they released. So it's not like they would have to worry about, oh, what if I wandered all the way over there and decided to join the hill tribe and become a bean farmer? No, there would always be an end goal within the main quest. And then it would do it again and again, which was just a genius idea. And the fact it's not been implemented into gacha grills me so hard, because it sounds wonderful. This sounds just like Baldur's Gate 3, but with gacha. To a degree, although I wouldn't expect the level of reactivity that Baldur's Gate 3 has. Baldur's Gate 3 has insane reactivity, to the point where I'm not sure how that game works. Because most video games are like held together with duct tape and shoestring when it comes to the coding. And like Baldur's Gate 3 somehow stays together. Like, it's kind of insane. Obey me stream when? Maybe. I'll have to ask for like Ensemble Stars permissions as well. I want to do like, maybe I'll do like an Ensemble Stars stream. Actually, where's my Mammon gone? I do have Mammon from Obey Me somewhere around here. I have like a little plastic standee of him. I bought a plastic standee of Mammon while I was in Japan. I went to like a merch store where they usually stock lots of like gacha game merchandise. And I went in and I like walked around and I couldn't find any of the merch I was looking for. And all I could find was like a singular Mammon. And I bought him and I was like, you'll have to do. And yeah, he's good. He was my favorite out of the boys. He was my favorite because, you know, I think he had the best look to him. And I kind of appreciate the boy failure notes. A classmate of mine saw my Avalon phone background and they thought you guys were Obey Me characters. I would take an Avalon gacha any day. Give me an Avalon gacha game where like I can get an SSR Zander Netherbrand with different outfits and different voice lines. Oh, SSR Zanny. What would SSR Zanny look like? What would SSR Cass look like? Gale is Mammon. There's commonalities. Long hair. Yeah, 5-star Zanny. Long hair. And we could even... It could even be like... what's it called? It could even be like Love and Deep Space with all the different outfits and different like scenarios and stuff. Oh, I just want us to get a gacha game. Can we get a gacha game? Hey, Dark Overlords, can we get a gacha game? Can we get Avalon gacha like Love and Deep Space? It's good. It's good. I can show graphs on turnover for it. All right. I can show graphs. Do it. Do it. If you make it, I'll promote it really hard. And I can show graphs of gacha game growth in regards to cute boy games. Do it, Dark Overlords. I know you're listening. I know you only listen to my morning coffee streams because this is when I'm most dicey. And sometimes you listen to, like, game streams as well. But I know you're here. I know you're watching. Can we get a gacha game? They're silent. They're not here. Where are they? No, they're not here. Okay, fine. Listen, I put together whole ass presentations when I take things to them. I put together 5-page presentations on like different things and designs when I take it to them. I'm like this and this and this and this. They watch quietly from the beyond. Roscoe would be Luke. Gacha game, except whenever you pull out Roscoe, he just goes Goofy, and that's just it. Zanny, I'm curious, who is your man at Love and Deep Space? I haven't played Love and Deep Space for like ages. I don't know why, but I got kind of like blah on it. You know, I was like, it's all right, I guess. You know, I ended up feeling a little tired of it. Raph was my guy for a while. But like, I didn't feel especially passionate about any of them. So, like, I liked Zane. Zane, Raph, the other one. But that was it. Zane, I need you to find out about Vil from Twisted Wonderland. Wait a minute, who's Vil from Twisted Wonderland? Let me do a Google search. Vil Twisted Wonderland. Is he the one with the face? Oh, who are you? What's with the weird cut? Bro, this guy? This guy? Him? Maybe there's a better shot in the gallery. Nah, pass. Pause. This guy? This guy? Nah. Nani? Nani? Leona, now that's more my speed. Leona's now more my speed. Leona's my speed. Let me see. I might get in trouble if I show Twisted Wonderland on the stream. I don't have perms for that. However, on that shocking revelation, I feel like this is the time where we start wrapping up today's lovely little Zatsu stream. So, thank you all for coming out to today's little Zatsu. Thank you all for stopping by, staying here and keeping me company while we go through what's there to look forward to this week. And of course, I've loved talking about different animations, giving you some encouragement, talking about the pigeons, and just doing our thing generally. So, until the next, I've been Zander Netherbrand, you've been my sweet Netherlings, and I will see you all far sooner than you think. So until the next, goodbye, my sweet mortals. Until the next, I love you all. I love you all. Mwah. Mwah. I pressed the button way too soon if you couldn't tell.